Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Nancy Almodovar, and I want to welcome you to World Religions, RE109, Section DLB. Please make sure that you are in the right class and you are in the right section. And if you are, I want to welcome you. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking this course, for taking on another course at Park University, and for adding something else to your plate. A little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Nancy Almodovar, and I am your professor for this semester. I grew up in a Christian home. It was a Pentecostal home, but later on, after my own conversion to Christianity, I was introduced to what we call the doctrines of grace and Reformed theology. And both my husband, Reverend Roberto Almodovar, who was also a cabinet maker by trade, and I both changed from being Pentecostal, and now we are known as Reformed. Another term is Dutch Reformed. Another one is that we hold to what we call the three forms of unity. That would be the Heidelberg Catechism, Belgic Confession of Faith, and the Canons of Dort. So if you want to research what I believe, that's what you research. Okay, I want to get to business with your books. This is your required textbook, World Religions, A Historical Approach by S.A. Nagosian, 4th edition. I would recommend that you look it up on bookfinder.com because that will enable you to see a whole host of prices and where you can order it from. Please make sure that you order it ASAP. I do have the first week's reading in a zip file, but if you have not received your book by Saturday, October 17th, email me and then I will email that out. The other two items that I highly recommend but are not required, but these are great resources. One is called the Spark Chart of World Religions, and the other one is the Bar Chart of Comparative Religions. You will be doing similar charts to these in your weekly projects from week 2 through week 6. There is a major change on that assignment. There's a section in the grid that is in Canvas, which is called a Webliography section. Don't fill that out. It just gets confusing. It doesn't really add to the lesson or the assignment. It does nothing for you because you can't use it. So get these two charts and you'll be able to fill out the rest of the grid on that template. I will be sending out a corrected template at the end of, attached to your week 1 announcement as well as attached to your week 2 announcement. Please note the change and do not fill out the Webliography section of the WIP template that is in Canvas. I will send you a brand new one. Okay, on page, I believe it is 1, 2, 3, 4. On page 5 is grade points possible page on your syllabus. Print it out and you'll see that. This will give you a brief overview of what your assignments are, when I expect to receive your assignments. I do not accept late work. You've taken on the challenge as an adult learner to take this course, and I expect you to respect the time frame that you're given for each lesson. I too am an adult learner. I did my entire bachelor's, master's, and doctorate online, less a couple of classes on the doctorate that I took on campus. So I understand. I have a family, I run a home, I run a nonprofit for abused women. I teach both here and on campus. I also teach Bible study, and I do a lot of other things too. So I understand a tight time frame, but I ask that you make sure you get your assignments in on time. I always try personally to get my own personal assignments because I am at Covenant Theological for the next 2 years working on a second master's. I always try to get my assignments up way before they're due. Doesn't always work, but I do try. So make sure that you review the grade points possible. Again, the weekly independent project, you no longer have to have the Webliography, which also applies to the core assessment due in week 7. You will not need the Webliography in that section. your interdisciplinary paper must have outside resources of an academic and professional nature, and I will discuss that further as the weeks proceed. First week assignment you will need to do is the personal perspective paper. That is a 2 to 3 page paper exploring your personal religious background and experiences or non-religious background and experiences. Did you grow up with a religion? Did you grow up without attending church or temple or mosque? Were your parents religious? Were they in a denomination? Were they just spiritual? These are the things you need to share in your personal perspective paper and how it has affected your life, your choices, your goals, your perspective on life, because all these things are involved with what we're going to do with looking at other religions. The other one thing that I do want to mention is that I will try to be posting a video at the beginning of each week that will be a short lecture of what you're going to learn, what we're going to discuss. There's a lecture called Homo Religioso, another one entitled Everyone is a Theologian, and another one that is What You Believe Affects How You Live. These are the first 3 short videos. I'm going to try to keep them down to under 10 minutes just to go over some basic worldview perspectives. Also, I have an article linked in the syllabus regarding critical thinking. I would like you to read that and then just post in the virtual office, not the virtual office, the virtual cafe, your response to that. And do you think it was a good article? Explain what I'm looking for in critical thinking skills, because as now as an academic, since you're in college, you need to sharpen those critical thinking skills. It kind of helps you get away from just mimicking what you've learned and just answering by rote. Gives you some pointers on how to ask the right questions, what to ask, why to ask, how do you ask it. So get busy with that. Also, if you have any questions, please email me. If you know you're going to be late on an assignment, if an emergency popped up, get back to me as soon as you can. I've had students email me from labor rooms letting me know, oops, I went into labor 2 weeks before I was supposed to. I've had other students who unfortunately were in the middle of natural disasters. I do try to know where you're from so that I can keep an eye on the news and see if there's any natural disasters happening near you, tornado or hurricane or rain, such as the one in South Carolina. If there is a problem getting an assignment to me on time, I ask you to respect me and text. My phone numbers are in the course home and in my introduction emails and introduction documents. So please do me the honor and respect to contact me as soon as you know you're going to be late on an assignment, and we can discuss a possible extension. It depends on what the assignment is and when it was due and when you contacted me and so forth and so on. I do understand a busy life. I do understand taking on another class to learn. So I am more than happy to work with you so that you can succeed in this course. So again, I welcome you to RE109, World Religions. Again, my name is Dr. Nancy Almodovar, and I am your professor for this semester. So have a great day. SDG.